Hey, how's it going, guys? I got a video for you about the Tree Spirit Belt and how to grind for it and or other ways to obtain it if you're curious. Now we just had the Valencia patch come out for the NA region, so there's going to be other accessories that might interest you, but if you're still interested in the Tree Spirit Belt and have time to grind, I'm going to basically describe how I do it and how it's more efficient in this way. Kind of like tips when you run into people and or tips for the most efficient way of grinding to make your time worth it if you don't get the belt. I also have another portion of this video towards the end where I collected 22,000 materials. It was only 45% of my level. I kind of want to just turn it in and see how much silver we get all in one bulk. So then towards the end we also have a TET Witch's Earring, which was just obtained enchanted success from our server. No one I know personally, nothing like that. Just kind of giving them a shout out. It's pretty crazy to see. So we'll get on with the tree spirit farming. So there's going to be 4 mobs. You have the twin-headed treant, the old treant, Habitate Tree Spirit Field Boss, which is like a world boss, and then you got the mutant treants. Habitate Tree Spirit Boss, they're really fun to do. They spawn every so often if you can find them, or if they do like a server chat or a channel chat, and they're like, hey, go for this Habitate. He's spawned. Go for it. He's going to be located here. He spawns every so often, so it's not really going to help you the most trying to search for him. Just gonna lay that out there. If you ever see him, go for it. He has a chance for dropping it very low as well. Then you have the mutant treants, which are just like Habitate. They're not a world boss, but they're just as tedious. They're annoying. They do a lot of knockdowns and stun locks. If you're lower level, don't even go for it. I mean, you can kill it. I killed it at level 53, and I was just a Musa. I believe they're level 60. It did take a little bit. I did have some troubles. But nonetheless, I probably want to go for that for the efficiency that we're going for as in a return on our time invested farming for this belt. Now, for the mobs that we're going to be going for, it's going to be the twin-headed treants and the old treants. They have a 0.001 something percent chance to, I don't know, drop. It's extremely low. Nonetheless, I see it drop all the time. Guildmate of mine has gotten 6 to 7 of them, and he's farmed it from, I want to say, 45... He was either level 45 or 48 to level 54 or 55. And I've done the exact same thing, but I've only received 1 belt, and that was towards the end. Now, this is going to be at the Trent Forest node. That's what we're going to be killing the mobs near, and they're going to be connected in that area. Now, where this is at, it's going to be southwest of Calpheon, just north of Trent. I'll have it up here on the map if you don't know where it's at. Now, for my setup and how everything is run, just to give you an idea of kind of your chances, more to say, is the best way to put it. I have level 10 node, which increases the drop chances of rare items. I also have S rank on the twin-headed treants and the old treants, which also increase drop rates. Now, I've only received 1 belt, so take that as you can in your mental memory banks and store it however you need to and process it if this is worth it. Now, that being said, though, for someone like me, I believe there's a lot of you out there trying to find patterns in this RNG world. I will put all the statistics of the time spent, everything that you can use as proof of, just kind of storing it in there as well. Being like, okay, this guy farmed for this amount of time, all this time. It's basically a hidden stat, or it's not a hidden stat, it's pure RNG, all this sort of stuff. I'll put all those stats in the description. So we're going to move on. So let's now say someone comes into your farming area. It gets contested. That'll happen a lot. Don't worry about it. Don't stress it out. If you're a casual player, just kind of go about these other options, but you still might want to dabble into PvP. Nonetheless, I am on Eden server, so I enjoy the PvP aspect. I think it's fun. I'm a pretty good sport about it, so I usually fight for the area. But I'll usually ask them first, let's just designate a lane. You can have this one, I'll have this one. We're still having each other's time spent wisely, and we don't have to worry about each other, right? So that works out, and it actually works out more times than you think. A lot of times if I ask them, then they don't respond, and they keep trying to steal my mobs, I flag up, and I'll usually PK them, or in some cases scenario, they'll PK me if they're stronger than me. And that'll happen. So if you want to, and they do respond, and they say, no, I need to farm this area, sorry buddy, blah, 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 all that stuff, say, hey, can we fight for that area then? Be good sports about it. If I win, you leave. If you win, I'll leave, type of thing. If they win, be a good sport about it and just head to a new area. It's not that big of a deal, or switch channels. So these are the options that you can play. There are going to be those people that love to troll. They will come and just PK you and ruin your routine just because. That's going to happen. Just go to a new area and or take a break from farming for a little bit, switch channels here and there, just kind of get away from them. My case scenario, I'll just PK them. I'm usually just a PvX player. I enjoy the PvP aspect, but I love to farm. I'm a grinder. I really love to grind, and I will grind for hours. All right, so now as materials go, right now you're seeing me turning the materials to Western Guard Camp and Trent. You can either turn them all into Trent and gain a certain amount of silver, which still pays a lot of money, or you can go to Western Guard Camp, which is south of Valia, which is way north. That's going to be a little bit more tedious if you don't have enough on you because you can't store silver on like your carriages and horses. So you do have to go back and forth between Valia and Western Guard Camp. Nonetheless, though, you do get a really great amount of silver, and then you'll see at the end of this how much I get. I do get a couple million per session. Usually I end every session when I hit 2,000 lucky tree branches and around 2,500 to 3,000 hard tree barks. That's usually when I end my session. If not, I go a little bit further. But that's how I kind of map mine out. And that being said, you can also gain all of these items that I'm going to throw up on the screen. These are all the items that you want to be looking for that will drop off there. So you're benefiting a ton. Some days they drop a lot. Some days they don't. It's just kind of weird. Or seems like every 30 to 45 minutes, you'll see a burst of items drop. You'll see it on the server notification. Someone gets a Mark of Shadow. Boom, you'll get a relic shard or a blackstone. It's just always coincidental, but it does seem to be a pattern nonetheless. 45 minutes to an hour, I've noticed, but we'll continue. As you can see, I made 22 million silver. So going to treants can still benefit you enough. In the end, I mean, if you make the money for it and you save it up, might as well just buy the belt if you don't get the drop. So we're going to move on from that. I hope that helps you out for the case scenario of trying to farm, if it answers any questions. If there's anything that I really left out that would be prime, I'll try to answer the best I can, or if anyone else can answer it for them as well, just leave comments below. And so we'll get to just the last little part of it, but if you don't know what a TET Witch's Earring goes for, this is what it goes for. And it's crazy. This just happened with the Valencia patch. Someone succeeded the enchant. It was crazy. Not someone that I know personally. I'm just giving more of a shout out that it was nuts. I never have seen one before. That was on our server. There it is, guys. If you guys want to check this out, this is a video that I did on the cinematic portion of Black Desert when I first started playing. I hope you guys enjoy that. If you want to leave any feedback on there, if you want me to make another one, just let me know. I'll get back to you guys with more of this. I hope to do more content. I've just been really busy and or distracted, procrastinate a lot. So either way, hope you guys enjoy. Good luck on the RNG and the belt and everything to come. See you guys.